So what's your favorite food for Thanksgiving? Oh, Brussels sprouts for sure. Gosh, you're a little boring, aren't you? You know, that sounds like a compliment to me, but why don't we talk about October, Mr. Real Estate? Honestly, October was a little uneventful in the real estate world. You can even kind of say it was a little boring. Oh, really? Why is that? Because it was basically pretty consistent to how September went month over month. So even though interest rates spiked all the way to 8%, we really didn't see many changes in the market. How are people still buying at 8%? Regardless of what the interest rates are, people need to move. There are things that happen in people's lives that force them to move, so it's just going to happen no matter what. Even when interest rates hit 8% in October, we saw sales prices remain pretty steady, at least in Dupage County. The average sale price did go down about $24,000 in Cook County, which isn't a huge amount in the grand scheme of things. And in Dupage County, it basically stayed the same. I mean, it went up about $5,000. Again, $5,000 is real minuscule when we're talking about home sale prices in the entire county. So really, we didn't really see much of a difference in either counties. It wasn't any huge swings. So while yes, interest rates did go up, we didn't really see a huge effect on sales prices in October. Even if we talked about the days in the market, basically how long a house sat on the market, it wasn't really that huge of a change. In Cook County, we saw the average home sit on the market about 4 days more. In Dupage, we saw the average home sit on the market about 5 days more. In Cook County, it was just 4. So really, it's very small. We're seeing changes very, very minuscule. We're really having a consistent market, which is great news this time of year. Usually you see things take a dive, which it looks like it already did in September, August and September, and now it's just leveling out, which is exactly what we want to see this time of the year. And consistency this time of year, this is amazing. It is such a great green flag going into the winter season, because if we have consistency now, it gives us some idea on what we're looking at into 2024. So basically, in summary, October was pretty boring. It was still consistent. It is still a seller's market. There's still multiple offers. There's still people competing. Granted, it's not as crazy as it was in the summer. You might have less competition right now, yet there are still multiple offers going on in the housing market. So just keep that in mind. If you're thinking about buying, you're not competing against so many people, but you are still competing. Okay, you're not fighting tooth and nail like you're starting an Ironman race, but you are still competing with a couple people in the room to make sure that you can get that house. If you're a seller, it's the winter time. Make sure you price your house properly. I say this every month, and every month it is still crucial. Price your house properly so it doesn't sit alone and empty all winter long. So make sure you do it right the first time so that you can be happy when you're going into 2024. Speaking of 2024, to make sure you know what's going on going into the new year as we head to the holiday season and we're basically about a month away from the end of the year, make sure you can stay in touch in what's going on here in the real estate market in your backyard so that you know, hey, if you're thinking about doing something next year, you kind of have an idea where we are right now, you have some frame of reference, you have some insight so that you're educated, you're confident, and you're ready to go when you're thinking about pulling the trigger.